We're going to make some general assumptions here that you actually already know that your stove works, that your microwave works, your dishwasher works, and your refrigerator works. What we're looking now for is some safety features and to make sure it's actually properly installed. So we're going to begin by running some water in the kitchen sink and also inspecting the dishwasher. We're going to open the door of the dishwasher. We're going to look for the mounting screws on the underside of the dishwasher to make sure it's actually attached to the underside of the counter before we actually test it. You can see the rollers and everything are in good shape, so we're not really worried about that. But these screws on the underside here, you want to make sure those are attached prior to actually utilizing the dishwasher. Close it up, of course, test it, make sure it doesn't leak. Then we're going to look underneath the sink and look for leaks. And make sure there's no exposed electrical wires for the garbage disposal, as well as making sure the air gap device is installed properly. This is what we're talking about, an air gap device, and you can read the manual and understand that in greater detail. And you can see there's no leaks underneath the sink, underneath the garbage disposal, and underneath the back parts here. This is the hose you're looking for to make sure there's no leaks underneath this for your dishwasher. And now we're going to run the garbage disposal. Look at that, operates properly. Of course, never stick your hand inside a garbage disposal. And if you're thinking about that, you might want to put down the manual and do something else. So one of the most important features you have in your home is a ground fault circuit interrupter. This keeps you from getting electrocuted, and you really want these types of receptacles installed anywhere near water, be it a kitchen sink, bathroom, exterior, garage, etc. You test these with a simple 3-prong tester. Push it in and push the test button, electricity goes off, that's great. Some things they actually do also in these areas is they do what's called pigtailing. Pigtailing is where they will attach a receptacle to another GFCI, and when you trip it, it turns off the electricity down the line. So again, all you do is push the test button and then the reset button. One of the other areas you're going to want to pay attention to in your kitchen is this grout line here, depending on if it's caulking or grout, that it's always sealed, because invariably you're going to get water in these areas and it's going to get in the backsplash and go down the wall, and you want to make sure those are really well sealed. And next, you're going to want to pay attention to this ventilator on your above stove microwave. You've got a vent that actually takes the moisture and air and such from the stovetop and takes it up through here and out through the house. And like we said earlier, we already think or assume that you've already have these functionally tested. And so what we're going to check for is to make sure there's no leaks and damage. So the door, of course, has no damage on it, no breaks, and the glass. Now we're going to see if the ventilator, which is down here, sucks the moisture from the bottom stovetop and up through outside the house. Some of these recirculate the air, but this one's actually designed to take the moisture and such outside the house. And we do that by taking off this top part here. Be careful. You don't want to hurt anything or damage anything. You can see this is very well sealed. You can climb up on the counter if you want, if you're comfortable. I'm not. Make sure it's really well sealed. This unit happens to be really well sealed. Yeah, it's that easy. It's pretty exciting. What I want to look for on the inside of the stove is make sure we don't have any broken glass, and then it also has what's called an anti-tip bracket. The function of this is when a small child can climb on this door and try to climb on the counter, that the whole entire stove doesn't flip over on them. If you have an older stove, you can sometimes lean them and push them over and see if they will stop. But this particular stove has no top to hold on to, so I'm going to pull out the lower tray and see if there's an anti-tip bracket below it. Simply pull the tray out, flip it upward, comes outside the lip, and then lay it to the side. You can find this anti-tip bracket in the back right or left corner, and this happens to be in the back left corner.